Welcome back to Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. Little update on the mid-evening, afternoon, midnight Maverick. Not midnight. That's a whole different story there. But we got some work done here on the mid-evening Maverick, we'll call it. This has all been cut out. If you can see, before, the rust holes there. And after, we cut that out. Brian did with Sawzall, grinder, stuff like that. Got some 2x3 083 wall tubing, welded it in there. Tough as nails. Now, you can look at the other side, and that's in process of doing the same thing we did over here. And gotta clean this up, weld the pieces in, and then we'll be going back to putting leaf spring sliders on there, leaf springs, shocks, all that good stuff. Body work, we're waiting to get this stuff done so we can clean up the bottom of the quarters when he's done, and then she'll be ready for primer. Most all the other body work's done. Another update we got, fiberglass bumpers, and the valance is in. You can see this goes right here. Panels are decent. We still have to extend one side of this a little bit, but that's pretty normal with fiberglass parts. So that's it for the mid-evening, afternoon Maverick, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next clip. So this is the 8.8 that was in the S-10, and I tried to set up the pinion myself. As you can see, it wasn't tight, and it backed up into the carrier housing. So I took some measurements from, let me see if I can do this one-handed. Sorry if this gets be nonsense. I measured from here on this side and here on this side, and the numbers were within a 1/16 of an inch. If you spin this, it spins very, very nice and smooth. There's no tight spots or anything like that. So what I did was ordered another installation kit, but this time I didn't get the solid crush sleeve. I got the regular crush sleeve. So what I'm going to do is take this apart and try to set that pinion up properly, and put this back in the truck and drive it locally as much as I can and make sure that it's not going to break. I can't spend $2,000 on a rear end, and I've been scouring Marketplace, and there's nothing really out there. I thought about trying to get another Explorer on and get the carrier and gear and all that stuff, but that stuff really doesn't look that bad to me. So what we'll do is, like I said, fix it, put it back in the truck, drive the truck around, make sure it's going to be all right, and we'll go from there. I'm running out of time. Drag week's middle of September. It's already the middle of June. I don't want to take the ugly street truck. It's not cool enough. We'll see. I don't want to take the Cutlass. The motor's too radical, and with the extra power, I don't want to break the stock rear end. And even though it's a heavy-duty 12-bolt, 30-spline axles, eating posi, all that stuff, when you start throwing some real horsepower on there, that's when you run into trouble. So I'm thinking the S-10's going to be the drag week vehicle. You never know. We might take Grandma Fresh. If nothing else works out, that's what we'll do. I'm trying to get the ugly street truck out in the driveway so I can do the run in the gas tank. That way we could pull a Cutlass in and work on it. I still want to take it to the track and make a pass or two with it, even though it's not the best idea, but I'm sure it would be all right for that. I don't think it would be all right for driving 1,000 miles and making passes at drag strips every day. And, you know, anything could happen. I could put the S-10 motor in there. I could put the LS out of the ugly street truck in there. You know, we'll figure it out when we get closer. Been plugging away at the ugly street truck. Got the intake on. We got most of the wires ran. We got the exhaust wrapped up. And there's another surprise. We got the truck rallies, and I picked up some, I forget what size they were. They've been on here for a while. I just didn't mention it, and I'll tell you why in a minute. These are HP 4000s. I think they're, these are 235 6015s. If you look at them, they look like brand new. Then we got the, those are on the 6.5-inch rims. Then we got the 255 60 Mickey Thompson drag radials on the back with the 15x8 truck rallies. I painted those with some Rust-Oleum. I might have went over that before, I'm not sure. But I always try to find a good deal on some tires because you can spend a lot of money and there's not a lot of money left in the budget. So what I did was I searched on Marketplace until I found suitable front tires. And actually, I got a whole set of Cracker Star wires, these tires, and two more tires. I believe they're 255 70 15s for $100. So I had these front tires dismounted and the other back tires dismounted, and I cleaned up the Cracker Star wires and I put them back on Marketplace. I sold them for $550, $540 to be exact. So, minus the original $100 investment, we have $440 to put back in the truck and still remain within the budget. So that's pretty good for the project. Also, I sold a set of glass pack mufflers that were on here when I bought it for $40. So that's a total of $480 we can put back into the truck. I also have someone interested in the wheels and tires that were on the truck when I bought it. So that's pretty cool. But this is a part of the project where the nickels and dimes start adding up. Just off the top of my head, I need a trans dipstick. Stock dipstick won't work that well. It might work if I take the motor back out and do some trimming on the firewall lip and remove the brackets that hold the shield underneath the passenger floor pan. So that's not going to happen. So I was on the Jungle website and I found a black braided steel dipstick for $31. Also today I went to put the oil dipstick in because I filled the motor up with oil and I wanted to check it. And the end of the tube broke off on me. Thankfully it's not in the motor, but I'm going to have to search for that. Another thing is the O2 sensors do not plug into my harness, so I need to do some investigating on that and see what the story is there. But yeah, I'm gonna let the front end down on the truck so I can put the jack stands under Grandma Fresh, and I could start working on the water pump and the power steering and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna put the car outside and take the rear end out, leaf springs, and the gas tank. And when I get all that stuff back together and I need to spend some more money, I'm gonna order the radiator. I need to do something about the air vent for the cooling system and some other things. So, so we got the exhaust, just two 4-foot lengths of 3-inch straight pipe. Got these hangers here that bolt up to the stock body mount. As you can tell, stuff's pretty tight. That's the emergency brake cable rattling against it. These just slip onto these collectors just slip onto the header. None of the headers right here. So I made these simple tabs. It's just, this one's a square piece of 1/8-inch plate. And this one I cut like this, and it welds to the header right there. And we got a 1/4-20 bolt. It bolts to it. Pretty simple, but effective. Same thing on the other side. You notice we got the stock shifter linkage hooked up. Oil filter. Trans line. Starter's wired up. Drive shaft's in. Making a pretty decent amount of progress. So, little update on the ugly street truck, along with the other ones probably in this video. I actually had to re-record this clip because I accidentally clicked slow motion when I did it the first time. So this is actually a recreation. So I had to order some shifter parts off the Jungle website. The bushing that goes in the shifter from the trans to the frame was missing, along with the spring and other accessories that go with it. But we got this all hooked up in reverse, neutral, drive, second, first, second, drive, neutral, reverse, and park. Other good news, we got voltage. So we got it shifting, we got it cranking over, the front's back on the ground. I had to steal jack stands for another project. May or may not be mentioned in this video, not sure. I need to pull the valve covers off and torque down the rocker arms properly. That's why I got it cranking over, so I could bump the motor over. I really wish you could flip the video while you're watching it, but I don't know how to do that. If anybody knows how to do that on an iPhone, let me know. But we got the 2000 GMC Sierra throttle cable hooked up, and it's working. it went right on just like the factory one. It was just longer, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if I mentioned this in any of the other clips because that was from Sunday. It's now Thursday. I went to make this video and I know this clip was messed up, so I need to get adapters for the mechanical oil pressure and water temperature gauge. I also need to get I believe it's an inline coupler that you hook the steam ports up to, a radiator that was mentioned before, I believe, and just nickels and dimes. I'm sorry I haven't updated you guys all on the budget yet, but I think I'll just wait till it's done and we'll cross all the T's and dot all the I's. And we're coming along on the project, not as fast as I'd like, but I got a lot of stuff going on with the Maverick and the S-10 and trashy, collecting parts, paying for parts. You know, I took Trashy out for a cruise. It was our local city's cruise this weekend, and I took it out and put about 10 miles on it or so. Went and put some gas in it. Obviously, you can't go anywhere without throwing $40 in the gas tank of that ride, but it was a nice ride and no issues there. So just a little update on Granny Fresh. I've been using this for my daily driver lately, and I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this, but I caught the brake pads just in time. So I got this apart. I'm going to throw some brake pads on it. It needs a radiator too, so